Now if I can figure out how to spell Sherlock Holmes again.
I'm gonna try that.
Right. Hey, it's up.
Killing me. Causing them to explode and to turn into some snowmans. Yeah.
Thank you for telling me about the autosave feature. I already knew about that. Most games actually have that.
Call of Duty Finest Hour. Isn't that the first Call of Duty game they made?
I think so, but my stream's up, so let me make sure my settings are...
Oh yeah.
Let me turn that up a bit so it's not so dark. Oh, I don't need that. Okay, so all my things are good. New game. Yes, I want a new game. Memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly 100? What's the Ukrainian Heavenly 100?
You're YouTube trying to copyright this.
Man, I've given up on YouTube, me getting copyrighted for shit in games. I don't even care anymore. Inspector Lestrade, Mr. Touchman, Mycroft Holmes, Wiggins, and the BSI. Hey, you forgot to mention Toby!
I'm trying to find you, but...
The Fate of Black Pepper. Do you need me to send you the link?
Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, cool, but turn my voice down. I find my voice highly annoying. That, and I don't want, backlash onto my stream.
Okay.
This is really interesting. Like, it really is. I love this game. I haven't played too much of it, though.
Holmes!
Yeah, from the PlayStation. I was able to download this one, thankfully.
Holmes, will you stop that?
No, I don't need anything, Jesse.
You are utterly mad.
Right? Oh, dude, the TV show they had up, Sherlock Holmes, there was only, like, a handful of episodes for it, sadly.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost
have you
killed
seen
me.
the movie, Doctor Strange?
I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying
the guy who plays Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, he played Sherlock Holmes in the Sherlock Holmes series that was up. He did a really good job at it, too.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
Of course, that's why you're here.
What happened
You only come
here?
to me when someone got murdered. There's
Mr.
Hudson.
Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Dude, you can
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Oh, wait, no, you can't. You muted
Am
it.
I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector.
Well, that's why I had subtitles up, just in case someone's talking
Do
too loud.
please tell us
They can
more
always
about
read it.
Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in
1845
and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Road in Sussex.
Right?
It was where he
it
lived
does,
for 6
honestly,
years,
but I also
where he
do
was
it
found
especially if
dead
I'm streaming a
yesterday.
game, in case
Has the
we're all
investigation
talking over each
already
other
begun?
and they can't hear it. They
Yes
can at
and
least read
no.
it.
In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an
It
hour.
was hella
to prepare,
weird, wasn't it?
Inspector.
Right?
Take your time and join me there.
Like
I
when
have
I
to go
watched,
through the yard first.
Well,
The
when I watch
Merry Men
TV, I have
struck
subtitles
again.
on now, but that's
What
usually
have they
because
done
Alex
this
is so
time?
loud I can't hear
They
it.
robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I
well,
must
that
keep
makes
this
sense.
afternoon.
I shall go
I don't
alone
know.
then.
It's just with this one show, I can't watch it without
Dude.
subtitles. Even with Batman, even with like video games, I
Right.
would have subtitles on. It just feels
Weird
I don't know.
without them on. So, you know, Spyro came out. It's fucking awesome. Fucking. Oh, fuck. What? Oh, there we go. Fucking throat. People were bitching because there weren't subtitles throughout the whole game. Like, literally, they complained about there not being subtitles throughout the whole game. Are you kidding me? You don't really need subtitles for that game. I like this suit. I like that suit. Like, I can... Oh, Jesus. I can even... What I love about this, I can change his hair, his hat, glasses, facial hair, which is really cool.
That is pretty nice.
That is nice. Because, you know, he's a detective. He, goes and looks, you know? Disguises himself. Right? And I think this came out for the PS3, and the graphics are still good. But then again, since I can download it to 4, they have it's pretty much remastered now. But they're really good. They are not all that bad, right?
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
It's not 1080, but it's like a good, what, 720 type.
Yeah.
But it's clear.
Ooh.
It
I
seems
just caught
that
a
the
little bit of
garden was
lag.
well maintained.
I gotta remember it's R2 run.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like
This
this.
game actually looks
As
pretty
soon as we
interesting.
can, Mrs. Carey, I assure
It
you.
really is.
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock,
Sherlock Holmes.
He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the
Look at
cabin,
facial
Mr. Holmes.
details.
Right?
Yeah, I've
My
used
condolences,
this.
Mrs. Carey.
Thank
The
you,
characters
Mr.
actually blink. Like, that's the first thing I noticed. Oh yeah, and then there's this.
The lips, I think, are a little bit off, but
Maybe, but it's pretty damn close.
it's close.
Mm-hmm. Crested tit.
Skin complexion, the tone.
Uh-huh.
Just
Yeah, it's
everything
all
about it,
really
just-
good.
For what it
Madam,
is.
can you
for-
tell me
for
if
what
you
it is, 'cause
saw
it's a
or
big
Yeah.
heard
deal,
anything
you know,
unusual
Yeah,
upon the
it came
night
out
of the
a
murder?
while ago, but
At
it's
2 o'clock
still
in the
good.
morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought
I like
nothing of it then.
the
He would scream all the
Oh,
time when he was
hair
drunk.
too. Actually, it's not bad.
Right?
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper.
Oh, it's one of
Usually
those
whenever that
games.
happened, he'd
Okay.
stay all night
Oh,
drinking
where they
in his
use real
cabin
people to
before
make out the
passing
movements
out.
and shit? I think so.
That,
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
basically, like,
In
you
the
can choose
morning,
what you want to say,
at
depending
around
on what
7
you say has
o'clock,
an effect on
I
the
noticed
actual
the
story,
cabin
but-
door was open,
Sort of.
but I didn't go in
Not
to take
too
a look, for
much.
I knew my husband would not
Yeah.
have liked it.
Yeah.
At around
But
10
what you
o'clock, I
can do
dared to
is you
glance
can
in through
choose the
door
outcome of
oh
each,
dear.
like the. It's like
Was your
you go
husband
through, you get the
accustomed to
clues, and you can
receiving
choose
visitors?
between two different
Oh, no,
conclusions
I don't think so.
on each case.
I mean, he didn't really have many
One
friends.
conclusion is
He lived
right,
quite an
and then the other
isolated
one's
life here
obviously wrong.
after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Oh, I can't believe Long got off. This is, bad.
You have indeed
Right.
suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes.
Oh yeah, and then there's
Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
little things. pilgrimage.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth.
Yeah, there's both.
I believe that you met Peter Carey
gotta
as a young
say the
sailor
correct
there,
thing.
and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Like, they actually brought him to life in this game, dude. I love it. Wait, what? Can I
comment on the video?
Yeah.
Be like, nice video.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin.
Right.
That'd be kind of funny.
Open. There we go.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Good thinking.
Alright.
Hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Oh, wait, that's what Lestrade was saying.
Oh, no. He was like, say hello and make sure.
Yeah.
Inside.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Now, a mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well,
No.
he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a
If you
difficult...
think about it,
Perhaps he did not have the right
Sherlock was
tool.
the earliest version of a profiler. That's pretty much what he is.
What a terrible way to die.
Suspiciously empty space.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Oh, my throat is so itchy. It sucks.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Harpoons!
Harpoons for hunting whales.
Boots.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8. Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Oh, my throat is so itchy.
Rum, a sailor's drink.
Hey, I like rum.
Someone drank from this glass recently. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Tobacco pouch.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Oh, there we go. A little bit delay for my controls.
This aroma is familiar,
Oh,
but
shit.
to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Okay, I hate things like these. Always do so bad with them. Okay. Move it down. Shit.
I just realized this. Batman, like, they had, like, these snipers. They just... Oh, great.
Come on, isn't it lined up perfectly? No, it's not lined up perfectly. Oh my god. There it goes.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Okay, now I can examine the body.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible.
Oh, so you're playing Batman? I thought you were going to watch.
Don't worry, I'm watching one.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
It's still possible.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
That's what happened.
I mean, obviously, but...
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
This game reminds me of this one game,
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
You gotta, like...
This wooden handle is plain and solid.
Oh God.
This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
No, he did not. Oh, yeah. And then I got to connect clues. Ambush must be staged. Okay.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Oh, my itchy throat. Hello, there's a map. I missed the map. What's interesting about the map?
Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
Did I miss anything else? Okay, I don't think I missed anything. Hold up, let me check, make sure I didn't miss anything. Object of interest. Okay.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Okay.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Well, does he sound like that? This looked like the perfect hiding place.
I don't know. I mean...
They're probably European or something.
They're English. Sherlock Holmes was in England, so... That's why. Oh, the voice acting on this game is not all that bad. Right. It's actually really good.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Man, when I talk, and then I hear myself talk, it's like, do I really sound like that?
Right. That's how it is when I hear myself. It's like, does it actually sound like that?
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there! All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? Then what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard.
Oh, that's Inspector
Tomorrow,
Lestrade.
I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
That's Inspector
Enough.
Lestrade.
You can
He's like
explain
the
all
head
of
of
that to the judge.
Scotland Yard.
You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I can't believe I got that scene done. I'm so happy. Like, I knew it was gonna get better. It's just...
Rainbow.
I just had to realize this quote in the open words of it. Just put the ending to the conclusion just right.
Yeah, that's why I always
What they
failed
both
at
have in
essays.
common. I hate essays, but it's like, as long as I know what I'm doing, I should be okay. And YouTube was like, oh, and I understand, like,
Yeah, I'm
essays
stuck on the
tend to,
door.
like, you know, some essays,
These are the
some
suspect's
essays,
belongings.
You can't really get it done within an hour.
The notebook that we
You
found
might
on
get it
Peter
done,
Carey's cabin
like,
floor.
the next day or two. She was like making it sound like, oh, that I'm gonna get it done by Sunday.
It was
That's
used to
fine. I'm
force
like,
the
it's
door
not
of
that
Peter
long.
Carey's
It's
cabin.
It just takes
Wait,
the
what?
right amount of, like...
Evidence what? Evidence required. Okay.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. And partner, 1883. To my friend, from R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
I don't know. Let's go find out. Oh, my scratchy ass throat, man. Crap. You know, Joel, one of the games I absolutely love about this game, though, is that the clothes actually look like clothes. Dawson and Nelligan. The Dawson and Nelligan investment found bankrupt, Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio, and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. There we go. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. Damn. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Off to Scotland Yard we go. Wait, what? Oh, some can be used, some can't. Oh. Hat. Oh wait, what? There's not my here. The neck. Calluses. Scars. No, but so what I didn't know you weren't here, but one of the things I love about this game is that the clothes actually look like clothes.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the
Like
West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again.
Wait,
we believe
so
that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Oh, why am I watching it on my phone if I'm watching it on
The police seized this valuable ring from you.
No idea.
Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Oh, the engraving? Okay,
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
This poor kid, I kind of feel like a dick, no lie.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Father's jacket?
No,
Yes.
Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes.
Well, you're supposed to be
It all
able to hear
happened
it through your
exactly as
phone.
you say.
Yeah, but until I hear
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
What? Oh, I totally missed that home, sorry. I found out from it. Let's see. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these. Hey! Oh, well, yeah, the break-in attempts, sure. Doesn't mean they murdered him. Swift action. Peter Carey was armed with his knife, but he did not have time to use it. The murderer acted quickly and pinned him to the wall. Need to find out. Ooh, experiment.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
There we go. Oh wait, I think there's something at Woodman's Lee I forgot to do. Or you know you could subscribe.
No, I have.
Oh, wait. I found footprints.
What happened?
And it has boots. I found footprints and it has boots. Let's try Carrie's boots. Do they match? They do not.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Cordy. Oh wait, do I need to examine them?
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Bigfoot made them! Okay, now, on a serious note, let's go back to Baker Street. Go talk to Watson. I just had someone ask me to give him a shout out. It's like, I don't even have that many subscribers to give a shout out to. You know? And like, even if I would, there's no guarantee that someone will watch them, because each person likes something different. I like seeing people being a crybaby scaredy bitch. Okay, Watson, we need a stage reenactment.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
Yes!
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
I wish to impale
Wonderful.
one with a harpoon.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
I need a harpoon.
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
So I need to go back to Woodman's Lee and go pick up the harpoon. Time to go get a harpoon. Impale a pig with it. A dead pig, by the way. Oh, wait.
1883. That's the one I need.
Oh, what?
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Okay. Sea Unicorn crew list. Okay, I'm not gonna read that off. That's a lot.
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual.
Light breeze. Okay, says where they're at.
Log
July?
notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for
Oh,
August.
hello.
These
Isn't
pages
it
have
out?
been torn away.
What's this?
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Alright. Nope. Not. Ooh.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Could you, like, not come peeking through my window, Jace? That would be 100% great, dude. Freaking neighbor's cat come looking through the window. I'm like, wait, what? Is that a person? Freaking Jace. Jace, do you want to come in? You want to come in, Jace? Or are you just gonna sit there and be peeping Tom the whole night? Yeah, I think he's just gonna sit there and be peeping Tom. Freaking cats, I swear.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
That's what it is. It's
a little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Yep.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it.
Please tell me that bar gets bigger, because if not, that's gonna suck ass. Oh, it does. Shit.
Holmes, you should try to...
Yes, Watson. I get it. Thanks. Shit. Okay, this is not easy.
Ah! The harpoon has struck the body.
Well, you gotta hit it. You gotta press that right one that bars in the middle where the white is. There we go. Just did it. Thank God, that was hard.
This is the best possible result I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance of 1,000 that night.
There's no way that was luck.
Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Hey, I've only mangled one carcass.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
I mangled one carcass, Watson. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Strength. Yeah, I'm gonna, see, and then there's these. They can split into two. But I doubt it was a lucky throw, so I'm gonna go with feat of strength. There's no way that happened with luck. What else do I have to do? Investigate the murder. John Nelligan. Wiggins. Oh! I gotta go back to Baker Street. Go get a hold of Wiggins. Alright, and I can show you Toby too while we're there. Sadly, Toby wasn't in the TV show.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland
Yard... you know what sounds so good now?
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now.
Oh, that sounds so good
I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
Wiggins!
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard
he calls
detectives.
Them urchins, dude.
Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Kind of creepy. Toby!
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Toby's a bloodhound. If I remember correctly,
could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yeah,
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Look where the rum and the red lights are. Nice.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Oh yeah, I have to go back to Scotland Yard for.
Oh man.
Like, there's a lot of traveling between points for this. So I mean, that's what you would actually do.
Yeah, I mean, the map must be pretty big.
It's not really that big. Each case only has a few areas you can go to, but you have to
Mr.
travel
Holmes,
between the
I'm glad to
points a
see
lot.
you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
He was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Totally a step ahead of us. Okay, so... Ooh, he's got boots in here.
These are the suspect's belongings.
Boots, boots, boots.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
9.5. They're bigger.
Again, nothing unusual about it. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Oh, I get to place chemicals.
I remember I went to the shoe store and they were like these shoes that were like a size 16. I'm like, God.
What? That motherfucker got some big ass feet.
Dude, honestly. Let me see.
Let's see if these boots match the footprints.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Those are like huge ass feet. I'm like, oh, dude. They were like my feet and my cousin's feet put together.
Those are some big ass shoes.
This is the biggest shoe size.
I'm not sure. For women, it's like 10, 11. Where's the chemicals at?
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Having the world's largest human feet measuring about 1 foot and 4 inches, believe it or not, he wears a 26 shoe size.
Jesus. So... green. Blue. Then orange. Then clear. Did I get it right? I had some blown up, so I'm assuming it's right. Orange and then clear. Is that it?
Done.
Hey, I did it!
Now I can proceed further.
First try. Yay!
Let us see if the...
Nice.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
But, oh, come on, I was trying to read it. Okay. I did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider something, and remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonorable for which you something me. Huh. Are you Hurtley?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely. And considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you, but you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Yes, we shall see. Alright, there's a scar on your neck. Handkerchief. Oh, it's got a crested tit on it. Oh, I'm missing something.
His pockets.
No, I got it. I was missing his hands.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Your boots.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
The letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Hi, Rainbow.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Okay. Rainbow, are you having fun slobbering on my blanket? You swear this cat was a dog. But as much as it slobbers on my blanket.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
You looked away.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh, my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
Oh. There we go. That's a wooden box, not a tin box. Oh yeah, and the lock picking on here is extremely different than in another game.
Let us see what is in this box.
No. Wait, what? Oh, right, there's 3 layers. Got it? There it goes.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
Oh. Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me. Ooh. You have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. Thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. Oh, he abuses her. I feel sorry for her.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Right there. Correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Her abusive husband's dead. Damn, that's what's supposed to. Oh shit. Okay. Ugh, Jesus.
Bless you.
Her letters to her confession?
Damn. I'll have to get off soon, sadly.
Jesus. Now I'm having, instead of a coughing fit, I'm having a sneezing fit. Oh, well. Shit. Hurley doesn't look like he's strong enough to impale a guy with a harpoon. Oh, hello. Shit! No. I honestly don't think it was him. Because he does not look strong enough to be able to impale a man. Okay, he said something about Wiggins. Hey, Rainbow, I'm allergic to you. You need to move.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Okay, so someone strong enough. A harpooner could be, and that other harpooner is dead.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Yeah, you get to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll catch you later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Right? Who ever wants to go to school? Ugh, shit. Hold up. My phone's being stupid. Phone, stop being stupid. And I dropped my controller. Okay, so what do I have here? Patrick Carnes. Oh, hello. I didn't get that before. Check Patrick Carnes.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
I mean, you could watch it till you go to sleep. I'll end this here after I finish this case. Dress as a sailor. Bandit farmer, morning gown, sailor outfit.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Alright, Kitty.
Hey, later.
You know what? Maybe I should save the videos. Because I could probably watch it tomorrow.
True.
I gotta go to subscriptions. Okay.
Alright, where is he? Is that him? Ah, here he is.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
Well, you've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
10 shillings.
Suits me.
Jesus. Alright, follow his facial expressions to understand his moves, push, restrain, or idle, and plan to counter. Okay. your facial expression switched quick. There we go.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Oh wait, I can go ahead and do your profile. So I shall do that. Right,
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no
hey,
problem
I
with that.
won. Alright. There we go. Damn, he does not like
Well,
losing.
good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumours about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in a dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
Wait, a tin box?
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
Wait, you know, don't you?
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Damn. I kind of think you did it just to, get revenge. They also seem lonely.
Here it is.
Hey, Jace.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
You want to come in, Jace?
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name.
Captain Ahab.
He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Taylor! I'm all confused. Where do I go? Okay, Rainbow. Rainbow! No. Stop being a bitch. Leave Jace alone. Ooh, I'm not sure which of those yet, so... Missing 10 bucks? No. Okay. So... Oh, I'm a little confused now. Wait. Right. Oh, no, I'm dressed in a suit. A notebook.
These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
CPR. No. Oh, wait. 8532. No.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Oh.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Bond certificate.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
Yeah, I don't think you did it. No. I'm pretty sure he was looking for the papers. Plus, he's not even strong enough. Well, now what do I do? Oh, wait, I need to... Is it actually Kearns, though? Oh. Oh. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Carnes. Carnes is a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. I can condemn him. Patrick Kearns is a cold-blooded murderer. He has been found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey and must be punished, or absolve him. Patrick Kearns killed Peter Carey, but the murder was not premeditated. It was in self-defense against an armed and irrational drunken sailor. Yeah, because Kearns doesn't seem like a bad guy, so let's absolve him. Moral choice!
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't you?
Yes.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug.
Hey,
his name
Wiggins
is
alone.
Wiggins, Inspector.
Telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
So that's how I can get away with it.
Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me, this is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes, and thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Okay, Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Carnes, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of executing such an accurate throw. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin, but the murder was in self-defense against an armed and furious drunken sailor. You have decided to absolve Peter Carnes. Clues found 16. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick with that. You are about to finish the case. The save files for this case will be removed. Press no if you would like to select another moral choice. Press yes if you agree with the choice you have made and you're ready to start a new chapter. Yes. Personality ranking. Sympathizing. Wait, I got a personality ranking? Well, I guess I'm sympathizing. Ooh, riddle on the rails. The first chance I get, I'm actually gonna shut this down. Alright.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Ooh, sure.
As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
Intolerable.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is. The one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Who's that?
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Mycroft.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Fuck you, Mycroft.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
No. I think you're kind of a dick. Oh, wait, what? Trophy? What's that? Oh, harpoon. I kept the harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. It's a great souvenir. What's this? Ah, that tells me what I concluded. And, oh. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I will be back later with another episode to finish this case.